What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Bucko's Locker. Coming to you again. Subscribe, like, comment, share on all the videos. Don't forget to hit the notification bell icon to notify you on all new videos that's posted on this channel. Excuse me. Shouts out to all the Pirates and Sea Bandits. Thank you for joining the locker room and supporting the locker room. All support is appreciated. We all family over here. Shouts out to everybody in the Bucks community, all the Bucks channels, platforms. Keep supporting the team. Win, lose, or draw. Agree to or disagree. We're on the same boat. I'm not here to argue with nobody. I'm just here to talk about the Bucks and also stuff or other news around NFL. So, um, yeah, this is going to be an interesting conversation today. Y'all thought I wasn't going to get on here and talk about it? Did you really think I wasn't going to do it? So we'll give everybody an opportunity to get on in here and figure this out. Very interesting. Very interesting. Very interesting. Man, that's come on in. We got some updated news. You know what I'm saying? We got some updated news. Come on in. Sucks too, man. It does. Come on in. I know y'all want to talk about this. Huh. Man, I knew it, man. Just everything I talked about, man. Everything I talked about. Everything. What's up, Sandoval 813? What's up, A Rod? Everything's happening, man. I told y'all, Bucks Talk Podcast. What's up, buddy? What the deal is? Word on the street. Come on in. Come on in. So let's have a little dialogue. You know what I'm saying? T, what's up? What did I think about the Super Bowl? I didn't too much care for it. Um, Sandoval 813, I hear you, man. Haitian boy 407 John McGee, the fifth McGee, the fifth degree. Yeah, so yeah, this is getting interesting, folks. I don't know about y'all, but man, hold up. I got too much lean in my cup. I say, man, hold up. I got too much lean in my cup. I say, man, hold up. So let's get to it. I gave you an opportunity. Got some people in here now. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna rev it up a little bit. We're gonna crank up. You know what I'm saying? How's everybody doing on this miserable Monday? um, hopefully everybody had a good day at work. Hopefully everybody's family's good. You ate well and all that good stuff, right? Um, Bucs OC situation. The Bucs OC. So let me give a shout out to the Kansas City Chiefs. Shout out to the Kansas City Chiefs. Congratulations, Chiefs Kingdom. Shout out to the Chiefs Kingdom fan base. They got the Super Bowl yesterday. They beat the Eagles 38-35. I only caught like some of the second quarter. Um, I didn't too much care for the game. I caught it right before halftime. I caught like beginning of the second quarter all the way up until like 3 minutes before halftime. So I didn't have a dog in the race. I didn't. I mean, I can go back and look at it, but I seen a couple of highlights. The refs got in the way. They called James Bradbury for a holding call or pass interference, whatever it was, and it gave the Chiefs an automatic first down. And the Chiefs put them in the red zone, and they kind of milked the clock out. They kicked the field goal. Game over. That's messed up. You kind of don't want the referees, and referees tend to do this in a lot of situations, playoff games, basketball and football. They tend to make these egregious calls, or these calls, I don't want to say egregious, but they tend to just get in the way. As fans, we want to see these teams just battle it out, fight through adversity, fight through bad calls. And sometimes, yeah, you got to make the call if it's obvious, right? But when it's like just a touchy kind of like, you gotta let that go, man. Especially when the game is under 4 minutes. Now, if this call was in the second half or second quarter, third quarter, but when the game is within 5 minutes, man, and you throw a flag in tight games like that, when you throw in a flag, what's up, Sean? When you throw a flag in tight games like this, especially like championship games or playoff games, fans tend to get irate about that. And at that point, when the ref threw the flag, I can tell social media blew up. I didn't read it. I didn't read into the game or nothing like that. I didn't follow the game on social media. But I can tell you right now, just based on the comments on that game, in that last 4 minutes of the game, people were like, the Philly fans were outraged. They was in outrage, and it sucks, man. Shout out to the Fly Eagles Fly fan base. It sucks. It sucks when a flag is thrown on your team and it has the effect on the outcome of the game. That's the problem. See that? What I'm saying? Flags like that have a dramatic effect on the outcome of the game. It's not like it affects the game. Like you can affect the game, during the game, it can be an effect of the game, right? As the game progresses. But when they throw flags under 5 minutes and the game is tied up or down by 2, whatever, it affects the outcome of the game. And the refs, man, it's really like, I don't know what they can do about that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what the NFL or NBA can do about calls like that. I mean, don't get me wrong. If it's an obvious call, yeah, offsides or whatever the case may be. But if it's just one of them ticky-tack calls, man, you gotta let that ride, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because, that's bad, man. What's up, T? That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? So, I just hate to see stuff like that, man. I know the Eagles fans are irate right now, but it is what it is. Patrick Mahomes won Super Bowl MVP again. I thought in 2020, I thought his first Super Bowl, he shouldn't have been MVP. It should have been Damian Williams, but they gave it to Patrick Mahomes. And it's crazy. The game yesterday ended up 38-35 in a really high scoring Super Bowl. Patrick Mahomes had one incompletion. He didn't even play that much in the second quarter, except for the last couple minutes in the second quarter. Pretty much the whole second quarter, he didn't even play. In the second half, he had one incompletion. One. So, but the Chiefs are Super Bowl champions. So the Rams, you're not the defending champions anymore. It is what it is. So let's get down to the Bucs. Enough of that. You a handshaker. Rumble pack. So the Bucs updated OC situation. What a shame. Dan Pitcher, the Cincinnati Bengals, quarterback coach, who interviewed with the Bucs twice, one virtually and then one they flew him in, they took him around One Buc Place. And, they talked to him, Jason Light, Todd Bowles, and the Glazers and all that. They talked to him. After a couple of weeks of, conversation, Dan Pitcher basically said, I'm good. Oh, we'll get to that, Lightning Films. We'll get to that. I'm looking at it right now. 6 minutes ago, by the way. Dan Pitcher decided to stay with the Bengals as a quarterback coach. And I'm pretty sure some of you asking yourself, well, why would he turn down an OC job to remain a quarterback coach? There's a number of factors why you would turn down a position that's an upgrade. The old saying is, all money ain't good money. That is true. If you do your due diligence and be proactive, you can make decisions like this. Because quarterback coaches go from quarterback coaches to OC and OC to head coach. So Dan Pitcher and his team has a plan. The Bengals gave him an extension based on, I don't know the details of the extension. Bengals fans can tell us that, but I know their coaching staff has a couple coaches, a defensive coordinator and OC are getting looked at as head coaching candidates. And I got a feeling if one of them get picked, he's going to get upgraded to the OC job with the Bengals, or he's going to follow Brian Callahan or Lou Amoroso, wherever they go at. So I don't blame him. The situation he's in right now is a great situation. Working under Zach Taylor, Brian Callahan, he's been with them 3-4 years now. That's a comfy job. You got a quarterback. The offense running really good. Joe Burrow loves Dan Pitcher. And you're going to leave that. What's up, Damian? You're going to leave that to come to Tampa with questions at quarterback. Questions with the head coach. Possible if things don't go right in Tampa this upcoming season, Todd Bowles get axed, and then you get axed. So that's a bad situation for. I told y'all this, and as I transition to these comments in this conversation tonight, I literally gave y'all the signs already. We don't know what transpired behind the closed doors. None of us know. Speculation. But if you put the pieces to the puzzle together, if you put 2 and 2 together, you can kind of see why Dan Pitcher was like, I'm good. If you use your logical thinking, objective thinking, logical reasoning, reality, and you look at the table for what it is. What's on the table? Hashtag, what does your eyes tell you? Or what do your eyes tell you? When you look at the Bucs as a whole, and you're Dan Pitcher, and I literally told y'all this in my previous video. I literally told y'all this. I don't want to do the Barney laugh, I don't want to do that, but yeah. I literally gave y'all a heads up exactly on the reasons why Dan Pitcher would turn it down. And I'm just taking a guess. There's a multitude of reasons why I believe, in my opinion, that he turned it down. Remember, this is subjective, a subjective argument, right? It could be debatable. It could be agree to disagree, whatever. Think how you want to think. Don't think like me. Think how you want to think. But understand this. It's opinion-based, but there's some logic behind it too. I'm not just saying it because he's just saying this. No, I'm not. Just look at the Bucs. Head coach coming off an 8-10 season with Tom Brady. You fired your OC because 18 points a game. You got one quarterback on the roster. You got 23 free agents. You're $55 million over the cap. Ha 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 ha. Told you. To be honest with you, I wouldn't even take the job. If it was me, if I'm in those shoes, if I'm going to a company, being I'm an IT, right? And if I'm an IT, the company I'm working with right now, and the other company's offering me money, but I look at the details of the company and I'm like, why is this position open? Okay, what happened? No, I'm asking questions. And then if I get the hunch, the gut feeling, the intuition, like, no, I'm good. I've turned down jobs like that before. I've turned down jobs. I get job offers all the time. Being in IT, you get emails every day from recruiters. Lucrative jobs, if you're in the IT field, cyber field, software development, AI, machine learning, coding, front end, back end, web development, user interface, user experience, pen testing, network engineering, cloud, virtual, Citrix, you get offers all the time. But always do your research. Always do your research before you take any job. And I don't blame Dan Pitcher. I don't blame him. And I'm not hating on my team, but I just don't. I don't blame him looking at the Bucs circumstances. I don't. I keep telling you, I'm going right back to what I said the other day. I went over this on why we're not going to get the guy we really want. Because anytime you get a second interview, that means there's some serious interest there. And I believe Dan Pitcher was their guy. And whatever they offered him, we don't know, but whatever they offered him, I'm good. He turned it down. What you just saw, what you just seen happen, or what you just read what happened with Dan Pitcher, you can literally put that into a real life perspective. What up, RJ Williams? What's up, man? Exclusive Garvey, what's up, man? Raindrops. You can literally put what happened with the Dan Pitcher situation in real life. When you walk out the door every day, you can literally, when you wake up every day, you can put that situation, the exact situation, in your life. At some point in your life, you've turned down something that it looked good, might have been worth the time, but I'm good. So you can't get mad at Dan Pitcher, and you really can't get mad at the Bucs because they did what they can to try to get him. Scott, what's up? Ethan, what's up? What's up, RJ? They did what they had to do. They presented a package, and it wasn't good enough. Now, if Tom Brady would have came back, do you think that job would have been more enticing? Sure, of course. So you can't get mad at the Bucs, and you can't get mad at Dan Pitcher. Get out your emotions. This is business. Business has no time for emotions. No room for emotions. When you're conducting business, no room for emotions. Think about it. At the president level, senators, congressmen, CEOs, architects, civil engineers, all these guys at the top, the country's infrastructure, the electrical grid. You don't have time to be emotional. What up, Luke? You don't have time. What's up, Jason? You don't have time for emotions. When the electrical grid is down, you can't be crying. Man up. Stop crying. This is a very important decision. So if you're mad at the Bucs, shame on you. Because they did what they had to do. They interviewed him twice. They tried to get him. What you want them to do? Not do nothing? It's better to try than not to try. Think about it. If the Bucs didn't even try, I get it. I get your case. And you still shouldn't be mad. Control your emotions. But they tried. They interviewed him twice. And for whatever reasons, all caps, it wasn't good enough. Dan Pitcher had no interest as far as becoming the OC. He had an interest to even listen and be interviewed twice. So there's interest. But when they gave him the breakdown, he looked at the whole landscape like, I'm straight. What up, D Tawan Davis? I mean, who would want to accept Harold Godwin and Joe Gilbert on your offensive staff? Now, on the flip side, the reality of the situation, the Bucs can't recover. They can't recover, even though they didn't get their guy. So it's like you got your primary person that they wanted, right? And then think about it, the Bucs had a contingency plan. Thomas Brown, and now they just interviewed with Scotty Montgomery. He's working under Ben Johnson. So the Bucs were prepared to get the bad news from Dan Pitcher. And I'm pretty sure the Bucs was like, yo, you want the job or what? And you weren't finna rush Dan Pitcher. He was like, I'm straight. So the Bucs were in a bad situation. You can't rush the guy. I know they was trying to get somebody, locked in so they can start, scouting and stuff like that at quarterbacks or this veteran or rookie, but Kyle Trask, whatever, do evaluation on him. But the Bucs were in a bad situation. I told y'all, this entire picture, this is bad. It's not no roses and bubbles, folks. How many times I got to tell y'all this? Semantics don't work. Reality always will win. Reload and all this other stuff. You use these little words. That don't work. When you look at the reality and what a franchise at right now moving forward in the immediate future, I don't care what words you use. It ain't good. And you know it. It's the cold-hearted truth. And if you are a possible candidate for an OC job for the Bucs, it is not set up for success long-term. Because if things go bad for the Bucs this season, guess what? You're out of there. And if you take this job, and you're a young guy, you can bounce back. But for a guy that's why I think any guy is taking a risk. Anybody, whoever takes this job is taking a risk, especially if you're a young guy. Because if it don't work out and the team goes 8-9 or 9-8 and get bounced in the first round, you're in a hamster wheel. And on top of that, the pressure will be on the future OC, whoever it may be. You got to score more than 18 points a game. There's 17 games in the season. You are not going to be all hell on wheels every game offensively. There's going to be some games you're going to struggle. And the minute you struggle, you know how this works. Oh, he sucks. It don't matter how Todd Bowles dressed this up. And Bruce Arians and Jason Light, Blazers, they can dress it up all they want to. If you're smart enough to understand and you can see through the semantics, it's not good. They got too many question marks. And I hope they get an OC. Now, whoever the OC is, I hope he does well. And whoever the quarterback is for the Bucs, I hope you have all the successful days. I hope your whole year's spectacular. You smell great. What you got on? Burberry. What's that on? I got deodorant. Maybe we should go buy drinks. Yeah, we go buy drinks. It's on me. No, it's on me. 1, 2, 3, 4. I hope your whole effing year spectacular. You got something you want to say? You smell great. That would be funny. But yeah. What up, Big Buck? More Power Buck in the building. Chop Beats 215. Somebody got to take the job, folks. And it might not be somebody you like. So before whoever takes a job, they've interviewed, what, they up to 10 now? 9, 10? Somewhere out there, somewhere you should know. Somebody got to take it. Somewhere out there, somebody got to take the job. Somewhere out there, I'll be right there waiting for you. Somebody taking it. It won't be damn picture. Now, let's y'all remember that song? I forgot the whole words of it, but I remember the beginning part, the somewhere part. Somewhere out there, somebody got to take this job. And you know, I told y'all, the longer this goes, the uglier it looks. The more people you interview, the more uglier it looks. You kind of want to keep it into the like under 6, under 5 range. But when you at 8, 9, going to 10, it's like, bro, now you're scraping the bottom of the barrel, because now you're interviewing people that weren't even on your radar. Or if they were on your radar, then why wouldn't they interview at the beginning? Prime example, Scotty Montgomery. Out of nowhere, they spoke with him today. Oh, yep. Damien, I mean, they interviewed Scotty Montgomery today. Thomas Brown got a second interview. When is the last time a team interviewed 8, 9, 10 people for a position? Particularly a position that's not head coach. So the Bucs always find themselves in weird scenarios from a franchise perspective, from a statistical perspective. You know, you had the most losingest franchise in the NFL. Then you had the worst running game in NFL history in the last like 20, 30 years. And then you had the infamous 30 multitude of head coaches. What up, Brent? The Bucs always find themselves in awkward positions. Why does it have to be us? I don't know. It sucks. It does. It sucks. 10 interview. 10 people have interviewed for the position. At some point, over 6, it's like, okay, enough is enough. Somebody take it. Pick somebody. The longer it goes, the uglier it looks. Because now what? We're going to go to number 11, number 12. Because think about it. The higher the number goes, the uglier it gets. It's going to be to the point where they're going to have to reach back to somebody they interviewed at the very beginning and be like, you take the job. Might as well pick Harold Godwin or Joe Gilbert for the OC job, right? Because they on the staff. Might as well. This is all bad, folks. We halfway through February. Free agency, March, what, 13, 14, 15, somewhere up in there? Telling you. We interview 20 people and it's all good. You already, look, I was okay with 5, 6, maybe 7. The higher the number, the bigger the pot is, and the more deep you got to reach. That means you're going to have to pick somebody. They're not picking you. You got to pick somebody, and they got to want it. Look, it's okay to be safe. You want to be overly safe? You want to be super? You want to be too like? There's a time where it's okay to be safe. Dang, can't be too safe. Now, even for the Colts and the Cardinals, their head coaching situation, I know what they're waiting on. They want to interview somebody. You know, they got a couple guys. They down to their last few. At least they shrunk the number. At least they're not running around here with 7, 8 candidates for a head coaching job. Got to find a balance, man. Now, the Cardinals and the Colts should have a head coaching pick in the next few days. You know, the Ravens out there, what don't they looking for OC? Right? Did they interview 10 OCs? Are we the only ones with 10 people interviewed for a position? Washington, yeah, Washington. Did they interview 10 people? I'm just asking. If that's the case, then well, we don't look bad. If they interview 10 people, cool. But I don't hear nothing about it. Every time something happens with the Bucs, it's boom, reported. I'm just saying. Because you almost if you look at the coaching staff, you can almost say the second hardest position on the staff is OC. In today's NFL, OC is like the second hardest position in the coaching staff. So let's do an over and under when it comes to the Bucs OC situation. Over 12 or it stays under 12. I mean, God dang, bro. Because think about this. If the team is highly competitive or still at the competitive state where they want to contend, don't you think this wouldn't have been hard? If it was really attractive, don't you think that this would have been filled a long time ago? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I mean, if your roster's loaded and you got all this talent, people should be knocking down the door to coach the Bucs offense, right? I'm saying. Top 5 roster, all this talent. Okay. And you got a defensive minded coach as the head coach with an OC opening. Yikes. So let's talk about Scotty Montgomery. Coming from the Detroit Lions. So Ben Johnson, Lions OC. I like Ben Johnson. Now remember, so you see what the Bucs is looking for. They're looking for a young OC. I don't look. I know some of y'all Todd Monken and all that, and Jim Bob Cooter and all that. That's cute. But if you look at the last few people they've interviewed for the position, these guys ain't old in football terms as far as coaching wise. What up, William Rogers? E-Rock, what's up? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. They want somebody young. What up, Chris? He was just with He was the assistant head coach and running back coach for the Lions. So he coached DeAndre Swift and Jamal Williams. He position coach basically, right? And then before then, he spent 2 years with the Colts as a running back coach with Jonathan Taylor. And you see how Jonathan Taylor looked. So he has experience with running backs. And where the Bucs struggling at as well, on top as far as offense, and if you go down another layer, running backs. The worst running game in the entire NFL. Not just the entire NFL, but the last 20-something years. The worst. Yes, I said it. If you want to point out all the negative stats of the Bucs, well, look at that one. Can't run the ball. So Scotty Montgomery, he has a background with the running backs, and he's been with some successful running backs. Jonathan Taylor, Jamal Williams led the NFL in touchdowns, and DeAndre Swift. So that definitely will help out Rachaad White and whoever else they, or possibly keep Fournette, or whoever else they draft. He was a former football player. He played at Duke. He played 3 seasons with the Broncos. He was a receiver coach at Duke for 3 years or 4 years. And then he spent 3 seasons with the Pittsburgh Steelers as a wide receiver coach. So we don't know. I mean, Scotty was under Frank Wright, and then he was under Ben Johnson and Dan Campbell. So we don't know his background as far as offense wise. It's running backs. What up, King Cook? So we don't know. We don't, even if the Bucs hire Scotty Montgomery, we don't know what we get with him. We kind of know, like, well, he's good with running backs, and he spent some time under Dan Campbell, the former tight end coach, who was the head coach of the Lions. So that's an offensive background in mind. He's a gutsy offensive minded head coach. You would think Dan Campbell's more of you. If you look at Dan Campbell, you would think he's like a defensive coach. No, he's a tight ends coach. So he's offensive driven, aggressive. And then he got Ben Johnson. The Lions offense is a whole lot better than the Bucs offense. I'll tell you that much. With Jared Goff. I'm just saying. Even with Jared Goff, who I'm not a big fan of, respect him, but the Lions offense was a lot better than the Bucs. And before you give me these stats, eye test. What up, Fred? So we don't know what we get with Scotty Montgomery. We don't know. Very limited background as far as offense calling plays. He don't have no background calling plays. So if you was to get him, you hoping that out of nowhere it works. And it's most likely going, if it's going to be one of those young guys, it's going to be some rough sled there. It's going to be rough, folks. I know it sucks. So it's 9 candidates to interview. So I'm going to give you the rundown. Prior to speaking to Scotty Montgomery, the Bucs met with Thomas Brown, Clint Kubiak, Keenan McCardle, Jim Bob Cooter, Dan Pitcher, Todd Monken, Shea Turney, and Ronald Curry. So we had 9 folks, and that's not even counting Pep Hamilton, who turned down the interview. He said no thanks. Well, his son played in Houston in high school. Just saying. I'm going to open the locker room up. I wasn't going to do that, but I want to do this for a little bit. I'm going to open the locker room up for about 30 minutes. I wonder what you guys got to say about this OC situation. And then Thomas Brown got a second interview which means the Bucs are really interested. So I guess he's the second best option. But it's not guaranteed that they can get him. I want the Bucs to interview Brian Johnson. I do. If the Eagles, so the news on Brian Johnson, I actually want the Bucs to hire or take a look at. Shane Stinchy, the Eagles OC is possibly might get the head coaching job for the Colts. And if he get that head coaching job for the Colts, he can take Brian Johnson with him as an OC. But then Nick Sirianni gonna need an OC, which means he might promote Brian Johnson to the OC position with the Eagles. So it's interesting, and I do want the Bucs to talk to Brian Johnson. But the problem is, it goes back to the Bucs' attractiveness. The Bucs' job is not attractive. It's not. The Colts can draft C.J. Stroud or Bryce Young versus coaching Kyle Trask. I'm just saying. That quarterback situation hurt the Bucs in this OC search. It did. Whether y'all want to believe it or not, it did. I don't think the Bucs are the top of the food chain as far as position wise. And then the Bucs are fighting it out with Thomas Brown with the Panthers. And what looks better, coaching under Frank Wright or under Todd Bowles? Think about that. If you was Thomas Brown, who would you rather coach under? Frank Wright or Todd Bowles? Frank Wright just got the job, so he ain't going nowhere. No time soon. Or you take a job under Todd Bowles, who got the seat has gotten warm. Questions at quarterback. At least with the Panthers can draft a quarterback. I'm just saying. Boy, and here's the thing about it. As more people turn down the job, the Bucs OC job, and other candidates can be looking at it like, why is everybody turning down that job? They've interviewed 9 people. Why they? I don't want to be the guy. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? You gotta ask questions. Why is everybody turning down that job? Why you sure I want to take this job? I'm talking to my agent like, man, what's going on with the Bucs OC job? Why is everybody turning it down? Or what's going on there? I'm just saying. Appreciate it, King Cook. Blade. Frost. The new Blade coming out. So let me open up the locker room. I want to hear what y'all got to say. We're going to open up for a little bit. I want to hear what y'all got to say about what do you have to say? The link is in the chat room. Feel free to click on the link. I haven't opened up the locker room in a while. It's been all solo. But I feel like today, I'm feeling a little generous today. I want to give back to the locker room. Feeling a little generous. Figure I'll open up the locker room. Let you guys have it out. Y'all can talk about it. Trill G-Bo, what's up, man? I think the Panthers might be a better situation for any OC, to be honest with you. What's up, man?
Yo, what's going on, man?
What's going on, man? What you? Yeah. Nah, 9 and counting.
My face explains it. Man, let me say first. First of all, y'all, you haven't seen me in a while. I haven't been on here in a while.
Mm-hmm.
But I had some stuff going on, work and all that. But that's besides the point. This situation. I mean, it's like, what are we? This is a bad situation. See, and this is why.
Go, I'm listening. He froze.
What happened? I was going to say that's a long sigh.
Yeah, I was like, huh?
That's a long Drake sigh.
Yeah, I
Oh
was like,
snap! I was lagging.
oh, okay.
That's-
He is disgusted with this. I was just saying, oh man.
My bad. This is why, like, I feel like when you go all in, like the Rams did last year, or like we did the year before. I mean, it comes back to haunt you, man. I mean, yeah, you get your Super Bowl, that's cool, but the goal is to be in the mix for as long as you possibly can. And I hope you're not cooked for the next like decade. I hope this does, screw us all up. I got it. We got our Super Bowl. I'm glad, absolutely, but it's not looking good. Brady's out of there. I don't know who the quarterback's gonna be. I mean, it's looking spooky. It's very spooky. I do not like this at all. I
They
don't.
interviewed nine potential candidates.
It's really 10 though, because the dude that from
No,
Houston
he
that
did, but
declined.
no, he didn't get his chance to interview him. He said no.
But that counts as an interview.
No,
This
he
is
didn't.
what
He
you
didn't
think,
get an
Buck.
interview.
What you
Huh?
think, Buck?
What do I think?
Yeah, what you got on this, man?
You must have just got on here. 'Cause I literally went through the entire reasoning, what I believe, or what.
I was like going off, on, like hopping off and on.
Uh, so in a nutshell,
All right.
this is not a good look.
Yeah, it's yeah.
So to summarize it from my point of view, it's not a good look,
No.
and it sucks. And the guy that we're trying to get now, Thomas Brown, the Carolina Panthers interviewed him twice as well. And if you look at both situations, the Panthers picking at 9, the Bucs picking at 19. The Panthers are 21st in salary cap. The Bucs are 31st.
Ooh. Yikes.
He
So
don't want to. He don't want to deal with C.J. Stroud though. He don't want to deal with that,
oh, we're
man.
gonna deal with Kyle Trask. Okay, cool. Yeah.
I don't. It's either
I
gonna
don't
be
even.
Stroud or it's gonna be
You.
Anthony. What's his Anthony Richardson?
Hey yo, Buck. I know you might not like him, but Derek Carr said he might be. They talking about they might release him. They might try to get him over here.
Nah, I think he worked the
For what
deal out
money?
with the Saints on the back end.
I don't want him. I don't want him. But I'm saying like,
For what money though?
yeah, you got that right. Yeah, yeah.
But remember, folks, please understand this. You
I
guys,
don't
because
want Derek Carr anyway. So I mean, I'm not.
23 free agents and you're $55 million over the cap. So before you even think about Derek Carr, you got to get the OC and you got to get your guys.
Well, not only that, I know y'all been hearing about the reports. Uh, unless they do something with Brady, he counts for 35 million of that.
Hmm?
So that we owe him that. So unless we can sign him to some little 1 year deal or something and
Which
help
is
push
not
out,
gonna happen because
which ain't
he
gonna happen. That's
he already
wishful
signed he
thinking.
already signed his thing off, man. He's done.
I mean, but
That's
he
why
still can.
I'm curious on what
He
happened. Why didn't the communication between the Bucs and Brady in that situation? Because he could have said post June 1st and it would have been a lighter cap hit.
But what if it was Jason Light and them saying, we've never been known for doing that too much. We've never done it like we've done it with the Brady thing. It could be Jason Light saying, you know what? Let's bite the bullet. Let's bite it now. Because if you look at the dead cap salary for, like, let's just say we 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 have an okay season, whatever we deem to be okay. Going into next year, we're in prime position. If we get Brady out the way, we in prime position. You got to think about Devin White. all these other players with these contracts, we can do extensions and so forth. We're gonna need more money next season than we will this season. So a real general manager, I'll give Jason some credit as far as if he was the one to talk to Brady and say, you know what, bro, if you ain't gonna play, let's just go ahead and get it done now. Because waiting and kicking the can further, it just messes with stuff. I don't want to pay that man next year. You retired this year. Why do I want to? I don't want to pay him next year.
That's a waste of money.
It's bad enough we owe him that 35 and he's not even on the team. So and that's another thing. Me and Buckles is looking.
Brady.
Listen, but I'm gonna be honest with you. It's some other teams out there right now. There's some teams that's got some disgusting dead cap money, bro. That's another whole conversation in itself.
Yeah, but we're the second worst, and the next team after us is about 20
with
million.
Dead cap, not with dead cap.
Oh yeah, dead cap. But I'm just saying,
not with dead cap. Oh yeah, we're gonna be top 5 and good. Like we're good. There's teams in some bad positions, bro, with money that they're paying. I ain't gonna. It's bad. It's bad, man. I don't know how you can get like that.
For folks that don't know what dead cap is, I mean you're paying for a player that's not on.
Hey, bro. It's some teams out there, man. Look, the teams right now that's got a good salary cap. Go look at their dead cap situation. It's bad, man.
We on the other side of the spectrum. We got
What would you do with
dead money?
What would you do with Devin White if he asked for? Well, obviously you can't pay him right now, but in the long run, if he asked for an extension or something.
I'm
hitting the deuce. Bye. I'm not doing that.
Look. He already got his 50 option, and so he's going to be on the roster this season. He's going to play.
Mm-hmm.
By trade deadline, if I ain't seeing nothing,
that's what I'm saying.
Hey man, anybody want him?
especially in the event from these mock drafts that I've been putting up in the locker room. A lot of these got us taking some linebackers because it's Levante that we probably got walking. Which I would talk to him. They got to make some decisions, bro. I can give you 5 names off the top right now. Like, hey, bro, starting this season, we can go ahead and nip it in the bud. Nip it in the bud. Leonard Fournette, bro, you got to go.
Bye.
Hakeem Hicks, you got to go. Julio, you got to go. I'm forgetting one. Oh, number 76, you got to go. I know people saying, well, how we supposed to replace him? Hey, bro, I'm going to be honest with you. The way he played, I ain't see no difference between him and Luke Gedeke. So it is what it is, man.
Yeah, Donovan had an awful season. Oh my!
You a liability, bro.
You talk about how bad he was a couple. He's digressed.
He didn't digress. The people that his supporting cast wasn't there to help out.
Well, that's fair.
He got ranked top 12? Our Super Bowl run. That's because of Ali Marquez. Exactly, bro. Defensive lineman got to deal with. Then you got Tristan Wirfs coming in hot like a firecracker. Right. He causing problems.
Right.
So he going up against the best rusher on your team, and now we got to deal with this rookie that coming out of the gate playing like this. So yeah, he got it easy. But
Tristan gonna want some money in the future too.
But as far as the OC thing, you talk to Buckos off script, bro. It's one of two things. I'm talking the noise that I'm talking in the sense of 9-10 interviews, some of these names, it's a bad look. I think I missed the part where he talked about the Panthers. Frank White and Kyle and Sean McVay type ran offense with the Panthers and that defense and they defensive coordinator. It's gonna make for a long season playing them 2 times, bro.
2 Braves fans 2008.
I'm not liking this, man.
But in all fairness, the silver lining is that The Cardinals got this problem, and they got Kyler Murray over there. They got a quarterback. They still ain't got a head coach yet, huh? You got a couple of the Colts can't find nothing right now. So you have some teams that they're in this position.
What did the Colts think they were doing with Jeff Saturday? Like, what was that?
I think it was a homie deal.
Like, it had to be.
They was actually going to let him be the head coach, but I think the community, Skip, Shannon, and everyone else, they shot that in the foot, man.
Yeah.
His situation was kind of like old boy trying to bring Tim Tebow in as a tight end. Like, you're going to force this man on the team. Jeff Saturday was horrible, bro. Like that man gave a new meaning for trash. Like trash is that boy was prime time dumpster juice.
Yeah,
like,
Jeff Saturday was awful.
That was bad, bro. He said, and then after the season, I picked up a few things. You picked up a few things.
Yeah, that was awful. That was.
Hey, bro, stick the O-line stuff because that whole but it also shows you that no one can just come in and coach.
I don't care. Yeah, there's a difference. You could talk all that on ESPN and all you want to. It's different, man.
People scream Tony Romo should be, bro. It's different when you're sitting watching it from the TV.
Exactly.
Hell, our own head coach, Ty Bowles, showed you that every time he gave a weird excuse at the podium. But what I will say is this: back to the coaching thing, though. They got to get the hire right. I made a post in the Buccos locker room saying maybe we're looking at somebody from the Chiefs or the Eagles. I'm being sarcastic and funny, but what else is there? Because once you exercise the guys that's over there, if they even want to entertain, because I will say this, any OCs from the Eagles or we're not going to entertain, an OC from either one of those teams are not going to entertain us. Their next job is a head coach. So that ain't going to happen. That ain't going to happen. Eric Bieniemy is not coming here. He doesn't need to prove himself as an offensive coordinator here when he's been doing what he's been doing, bro. Did you not see how Kelsey was open all night?
Yeah, why? He's not, bro. Then Eric Bieniemy is not coming.
Like, that's not, no, what you're going to get is we may be able to, huh?
Does he need to come here though? You feel me?
No, that's what I said. That's what I said. He doesn't.
No. Check it out. What I'm saying is, it seems like everybody giving Andy Reid all the credit. Does he need to get from under Andy Reid to kind of prove himself at this point? I mean, he ain't get a head coaching job yet.
Well,
but here's the problem.
Andy's great.
He hasn't. But here's the problem, though.
Yeah.
The issue is with the success that they've had. I don't even know if has he interviewed for a head coaching job at all. Not this season. Last year he did.
I believe so.
Here's another issue though. He's going to be what we call that. He's a candidate for that Rooney Rule. So you know how that go now. You know how that go when it comes to the black head coaches. Yeah, you know how that black coach thing go, bro. So you got to kind of factor that in. Andy Reid gonna have to be the one to bless that, like BA did with Ty Bowles. Andy Reid is going to have to bless that, and more than likely it'll be a situation where he would leave the Chiefs and leave it to Eric Bieniemy. But regardless, what I'm saying, any of the OCs from those two teams in the Super Bowl or any of those top caliber teams, they're not going to come here anyway. They've already solidified. So the best thing we can get is a quarterback's coach, an assistant to a quarterback's coach, someone that is fiddling with the offensive plays a little bit. So he's under the tree, and we hope he's seen a little bit.
Y'all seen film on Kyle Trask and other boy? I forget his name.
You said, have we seen anything with Kyle Trask?
Like any tape on him? Like go
off of what you've seen. He has two touchdowns, 4 interceptions. I think he's thrown 8 passes for 32 yards or something like that. If you combine all his stats from preseason and the little garbage time he had, I think he don't have no more than 50. I don't even think he's thrown for 50 yards or something like that in a regular game. So, yeah, not he don't have good stats. I think he got 4 interceptions, if I'm not mistaken, and 2 TDs.
Yeah, yikes, fellas. I'm not liking the way this is gonna look.
And that was preseason,
Yeah, it's bad. It's really bad.
Now he did show rapport with Devin Tompkins a little bit, and Tanner Hudson, but
We ain't
at
only
the time.
The Rams gonna feel this too.
But
Well, I mean, the Rams.
the here's the problem. The Bucs don't have it's the quarterback issue. I think we're with Brady being out of the picture now.
I win.
How are you presenting that story to anyone you're interviewing? If they ask, okay, so what do you have? Okay, right now we have Kyle Trask. Okay, what else do you have? Well, our plan is, whoa, what you mean your plan? Because the plan would consist of the draft. Well, what if the draft don't go your way? Then what? Well, we have Kyle Trask. Okay, what else do you have? So you're not making a good case, not to mention, the NFL talks. So you got to think that people believe that, man. I've seen this story before, bro, with the Buccaneers, man, with the dirt cutters and all of that, man. We saw that, man. One thing with the Glaciers is you're going to get a 2 to 3 window as a coach. You might make 5 as a quarterback. Jameis Winston, the only one I think that, no, we had 2 quarterbacks do at least 5 years, huh? 5 years? I think it's just Jameis Winston.
Mm-hmm.
So you got a 2-3 year window as a coach. You don't do good after that second year, you done. You do somewhat good, you get that third. Quarterback wise, so that's another issue in itself. Look at our history. So teams are knowing this and knowing, like, man, they lay the hammer down, bro. If this go to the shits, man, they gonna fire you and me. And guess what happens if you fail? Guess what happens as an offensive coordinator if you fail? Drop to your face like that. You're probably demoted back down to a QB's coach, so to speak.
Man.
Because Brian Leftwich probably not going to get an OC job. You can kiss a head coaching job goodbye
Well,
right now.
The Eagles OC is finalizing a deal to be the coach.
Yeah.
The who?
Ooh,
The
that's
coach.
big. That's big.
He flew out there today.
The coach?
Yeah, he's going to be the head coach. He's taking that job.
Brian Leftwich?
No, Shane Stinson.
Oh, I didn't hear you. My bad. Okay, I was going to say, damn, bro.
Eagles. I'm trying to figure out how much money they're willing to invest on Hurts.
So that means I wanted the Bucs to look at Brian Johnson, the quarterback coach, but he might either go with Shane Stinson to be the OC at the coach, or stay.
He might bump up and be the OC now. That's what I'm saying. Them dudes there, man. Damn. Somebody asked me in the group about how I feel about Hooker, man. I'm like, hell, we get something from the Eagles camp, and Hooker might can slide to like the third round. Oh man, go ahead and make that happen, bro.
I wanted the Bucs to get a hold of Brian Johnson. I don't think it's gonna happen.
So let me say this, man. After the season, I was standing on a hill by myself about the rebuild or burn the house down. But man, they did. I feel like they did it the wrong way. I feel like if you're gonna do that, just let everybody go. So at this point, from my point of view, you might as well just have kept buying Leftwich. If you can't get anybody in there, he had. I wasn't the biggest fan of buying Leftwich. Don't get me wrong. But at this point,
nobody was.
Just keep hold what you got and see if it wasn't the best. He wasn't in the best situation. He thought he got a Ferrari, but he really got a goddamn on, a lemon for real.
But here's the thing though. By him doing that with Byron Leftwich, because that wasn't nothing but damage control. That was giving the Bucs community something to justify it, and then the extra firings was nothing more than to basically camouflage the Brian Leftwich ousting, if you will. But here's the issue that Ty Bowl and company then put themselves in. You got to win the division, bro, this season. You got to win at least you got to at least win the division again, bro. You even with the low scoring points, the 8-9 record, we still won the division. Yeah, granted the division is trash and so forth. I don't think it'll be as dirty as it looked. It's going to still look bad because these teams are still trying to figure certain things out, all of us in the South. But you still got to win the division now. You can't get rid of Brian Leftwich and look, Ty Bowles he's not afforded the luxury, bro, of let's just tinker with it and see, or he going to be out the door mid-season. Then we ain't going to have a coach at all.
But, I mean, you got to look at it. This year is kind of like Tabo's first year in a way because he'll be able to manage more things, right? So allow him to have that chance.
Job.
Yeah, but this is why the tanking aspect doesn't work for him.
Right.
He doesn't.
Well, we don't know
luxury.
that, right? We don't know a lot of things that he can do. We don't know what he could do in the free agency or the draft. At least for our organization.
The Glaciers had you buying how many season ticket holders? You had to buy 2 seasons at a time. Well, this next season, Brady's not part of that. So, you were speaking about business. You wish business move. You're gonna have to put something good on that field, man. You got to put something good on that field.
A lot of tourism going out there, and now if we're gonna go back to the losing franchise like we used to be, ain't nobody gonna go to Tampa anymore. It's gonna be a small market again.
Man, look, you gotta look. Houston, Texas, been trying to figure out how to tank properly for how long now? Tanking don't work. It sounds good. Not to mention, morally, I got to put my players on the field. We just talked about Devin White. We just talked about certain people, bro. Like, man, what if this man get hurt and we out here playing patty cake on the field?
Bad.
Now, if we just happen to suck that good, we just can't beat no one, then hey, it works. But purposely getting rid of everyone, you saw Carolina, bro. They purposely got rid of as much as they could and was still winning.
Hell, they beat us.
They swept the damn Saints trying to purposely tank.
They had a good coach, bro.
I don't know. I mean, we're like comparison at this point, right?
Yeah.
Like, do you want to compare? We're comparing like experienced quarterback or experienced head coaches that are winning, and we want them, but we don't necessarily know it's just going to work out. I just want new people.
I don't disagree.
I
don't disagree with you on that. I think the bar is set so high because with Brady leaving now, everything will be compared to Brady. The quarterback that comes here, unless he's a rookie, like that's why veterans don't make. If you're a veteran, Derek Carr, Jimmy, why would you come here? Even Aaron Rodgers, why would you come? Especially Aaron Rodgers.
You can't pay him.
Even if we could, why come here? They already compare those two too much as it is. You can't even focus on football. It's the Brady effect even afterwards. So
yeah, I don't know if we're in a position to be able to compare and snatch one of these good players. I mean, unless we throw some money down with huge money down with Lamar Jackson. But outside of that, I don't see any other body that we would be able to get in the free agency.
Well, man,
he'll be tagged.
We're going to roll trash,
Lamar
or we're picking up quarterback. So
he's
going to move forward.
He's going to be tagged. He's going to be tagged, I think, in the next week or so if they can't come to an agreement.
Long-term agreement. I can't wait for the combine though. That's next month, y'all. So
man,
yeah, no,
nice.
there's a couple quarterbacks but I'm not trading up to get any of them. Not at all. None of them are.
We might be able to land one in our first round position at 19. I don't think a lot of quarterbacks can be taken.
But
Bryce Young, probably the only one. Maybe.
Do you think that's not reaching? But do you think that they rank highest at that position as far as talent wise in the draft or first off? Nah, man, let him. I told someone if Hooker slides down like to the third
Aaron
round,
Rodgers got picked at what, 21, 22, 23? I don't remember.
Yeah,
26, I think.
26?
Tennessee quarterback. If he can slide down, if he could potentially slide down to the third, and you dress something with the trenches with the 2 first picks, yeah, we can go with the Tennessee quarterback. I
Mac
don't have
Jones
an issue.
too, right? Middle of the pack pick.
Man, Mac Jones ain't good, bro.
Yeah, Mac Jones is not good.
Mac Jones not good.
But
He's
the
not.
line is a little shaky though.
You know what he is to me? He is Kyle Trask. That's Kyle Trask right there.
Yeah, I don't
Would
think
you have Kyle Trask or Mac Jones?
They're the same players to me.
I don't think either
Kyle
one of them are
Trask
good.
I think Kyle Trask might be Kyle Trask. See, the thing with him is it's that last season, but people forget what he was throwing to. First of all, one of them players, people forget how good Kyle Pitts is, man.
Yeah.
You forget how good Kyle Pitts, and what's the other 3 receivers he was throwing to, breaking all them records. So I don't know, huh?
Y'all hear me?
Yeah.
I had to fix my mic.
Oh, Kadarius Toney. You had Kadarius Toney, Kyle Pitts, and I can't remember the other 2 off the top of my head right now. That dude was throwing the stuff, so it's kind of like the Alabama QBs to me, bro. They get a lot of glorification for the yak that their receivers are getting.
Well,
They're not really
if you
good.
think about it, I guess that would mean that Kyle Trask is in a good position, right? Because we don't have no bottom of the barrel receivers. So
Yeah, but we don't got no all-world receivers either.
Well,
but they're definitely not bottom of the barrel. They're at least in the middle of the pack, right?
So
and if we focus or emphasize on more receivers with speed, you at Mopar, we talked about it, and now as Isaiah's been talking about it the last couple of times, we need some speed down there, right? So if we get speed down there, he might be in a good position. I mean, he was doing good with good receivers in college. Could that transition over?
Are we gonna spend the first pick on a receiver then?
No,
might as well.
Man, that's a terrible idea. No,
might as well.
I don't like that.
Good receivers usually come from the first round, second round. Under the radar receivers come from like 4th, 5th, 6th, and those are like anomaly receivers.
Can we fix the O line, please?
We can fix. Here's the thing: they got to be aggressive. By that, they got to be aggressive the first 3 picks because we ain't got a fourth rounder at all. So you're gonna have to be aggressive them first. Yeah, you're gonna have to be aggressive them first 3 picks anyway. So if we go into the draft and it's still Kyle Trask, because I feel like at the end of the day, here's the issue now. The conversation that Bucko brought up a couple weeks ago with the issue now with Brady retiring, you can really kiss the Derek Carr, Jimmy Garoppolo's, even probably the Baker Mayfield's goodbye. We now drop down to the Jacoby Brissett's and so forth. No, for real. As far as little bit of money, bridge quarterbacks. Honestly, that's what it boils down to now. I mean, just to be honest with you, Baker Mayfield, he's going to require a little bit of money. Does he deserve it? No, but it is what it is, man. Derek Carr and them, yeah, they out of there. They out of there. So
yeah, quarterback like coming here kind of has like what do you say? Like kind of what am I trying to say? I don't know what I'm trying to say. They got like an advantage in like contract because like we kind of need a quarterback and they can't really shun like too much away. Especially if they don't believe in Trask, they're going to be desperate to find like a quarterback that's played for a little bit. So a quarterback coming here could use that to their advantage too.
They're going
I don't
to.
mind getting a quarterback to put pressure on Kyle Trask, right?
So
like,
who you like?
Competition is going to be there. Just know it's a competition, team. Everyone's
so who you liking
in a 53 spot.
Who you liking in the draft?
As far as a quarterback?
Yeah, quarterback wise, because that's a top. That is something I think we're probably finna do. And you better not say Anthony Richardson. That ain't happening.
Anthony Richardson.
That ain't happening.
Will Levis
like,
I'm playing. I like that pick at 19. If Will Levis do fall down, I like that pick at 19. If Richardson does fall down at 19, why not? Why not? He's an open quarterback.
They have but are you serious? He needs to sit for at least 2 years.
But I'm gonna say this,
He's
man.
got the legs.
I'm gonna say this, bro. Because man, I just heard y'all say about who Kyle Trask was throwing the ball to. What just
your phone cut out, bro.
You cut out, Brent.
So I don't know. It just depends, y'all. I mean, Are we in a position of need, or are we in a position to get the best available player? Right.
Well, for one, let me jump in on this one. Shout out to Pat Williams, Pat William, BP Buck 32. Who else here? Adriani. Who else up in here? So let me chime in real quick. At 19, you're in the middle of the first round, and in the second round, you're pretty much in the middle of that too. In the third round, so forth and so forth. So we already discussed the pressing needs, right? So let's not lose track of that. In my opinion, this is not a fact or anything like this. In my opinion, left tackle, defensive tackle, outside pass rusher, a skinny running back. Those are the main positions. Mm-hmm. Anybody disagree? Let's have a conversation.
Does quarterback
I'll switch it up a little bit.
Does quarterback change, Isaiah, in the event that
I'm not even counting quarterback though. I'm not counting that. I'm just counting the positions where
as it stands right now. Okay, saying we're rolling with Cal. Okay, then yeah, I don't disagree with that because I do feel like Leonard Fournette is gone and Rashad White is not our everyday.
This is a weird question, real quick. When does the free agency start again?
March 15th.
March 15th.
And that's before the combine, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
yes.
Cool. All right. That's going to make the determination for our draft, too.
We're not going to be major players in free agency, by the way.
No. They got to hit it out the park on the draft.
We can't afford
they can
let go a lot of people, though.
Well, they can be players in the free agency situation if they get creative and let some players go.
Mm-hmm. Right.
They just asked BA. They just asked BA 2 days ago. Well, at the Super Bowl, he was doing all them interviews and stuff, and he still feels like this team is still ready to roll.
He's always going to be biased about it, you know.
He said we got some good veteran players, you know. I said good veteran players. Hey, bro, the Nacho experiment is over with. Will Ghostin over with. A lot of these things is over with.
Now let's think about it. Like if you look at the Bucs situation, like it's not like they just got like one or two positions and we good. They have several positions that they need to kind of like tighten up. You know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, trying to be major players in the free agency market as it current states, you got to take care of in-house first. That means you got to let some guys go or restructure or extend some guys.
Let me
before you even think about signing. And at best, you can probably get some veterans on the minimum. But why would they come here? Because now it ain't really ring chasing.
A Super Bowl or bust. I'm a disagree slightly in the event that you have something to say about it, which I expect on the running back part. If Dean walks, does the cornerback not supersede that also? The running back? I'm just saying in the event that like you ain't done nothing with Keyshawn Vaughn at this point, bro. Might as well see what you got with both of them. You didn't mess around and let Rojo get 2 rings now.
I don't think we're going to focus on running back simply because of getting the contract with Lenny for 3 years and then getting a rookie running back this past draft. And obviously Keyshawn Vaughn being young, we're going to let Gio go. That's going to be our core right there. At least until next year, until the market frees up.
32nd ranked. I think
Lenny had 189 totes for 600 yards. He had 188.
None of this matters until we get OC.
Yeah,
I'm saying why he won't be on the team, though. I'm saying why he won't be on the team. His tape ain't good.
How would you feel or react if we traded back like we did last year?
Won't be a good idea. I mean, if we trade back, then that allows us to get more picks, right? So that'll make up for the 4th round pick that we missed. So it wouldn't be a bad idea if we're actually aiming for a specific player, right? If the players that are being taken away that we want before, the 19th pick, well, sure, we could trade back, right? Because then we're going to have to move down the list. They're going to have a list right there, a list of players in order, right? So those players are gone.
We need those.
Then,
yeah, we get two picks though. Don't we get how you say it? Compensatory. How do you say that?
Yeah,
we get 2
comp picks.
Comp picks. Don't we get 2 of those in the 5th and 2 of those in the 7th? Yeah, compensation. We get 2 of those in the 5th and 2 of those in the 7th.
And the biggest need right now is OC. I don't care about none of that stuff right now.
I don't even think OC wants to come here. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Let's get back to that conversation.
Well, the problem with that is we don't have a case to make because of the quarterback situation.
Yeah.
That's just what it is.
And you also got to wonder how them handling the Leftwich situation.
Thomas Brown.
Oh yeah.
For the second time. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Thomas Brown. I think
Frank Wright is going to kill us because he did do. Thomas did. He did just finish his interview. What 4 hours ago? 4 hours ago, and then he's heading over to Carolina. They got a beautiful presentation to make, man. Beautiful.
I mentioned this before, but the ex-head coach for Arizona Cardinals, it's not a bad OC pick.
Cliff Kingsbury with the Texans.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's not a bad pick. He was able to, and he's always drafted good running backs too. Well, at least for the past couple of years, right?
So I mean, the Bucs are at candidate number 9. Scotty Montgomery was candidate.
It would have been 10 if Houston didn't decline. That's bad, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I told Buccos this.
You don't want a number to get so big. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, 9 is enough. Jesus, like.
We got to find a college coach to come be our OC.
Oh like, yeah, Ronnie Barber, right? That's a good call out, King.
We lost the Todd Monken situation. Like the fact that they hyped that up so big. That man has no incentive to leave Georgia, bro. Like he just didn't. You know what I'm saying? He just don't. The man is the highest paid, coach, man, making what, $2.1 million?
He's got an old quarterback playing against kids.
Man's making $2.1 million, bro. Like, come on, man. That man's sitting comfortably right now. Super comfortably.
One of the best situations for the
Bucs. A grown man playing against kids.
Best case scenario. Shout out to King Cook. Salute to our guy Rondé Barber finally getting his gold jacket.
Yes. Oh yeah,
absolutely.
Finally. Y'all gotta go get them jerseys anyway. How you can't customize
the only quarterback with 2020, right? 20 interceptions and then 20 sacks.
No, I think he's 40-20, honestly. It's either like 30-20 or 40-20, something like that.
It's 40-20.
You heard Marcellus Wiley
40 interceptions, 20 sacks.
That was crazy because he didn't have very many years left to get in either.
Nah, they've been stalling him, but his numbers should have been at him in there, man.
Marcellus Wiley said he didn't think he should have made it. I thought that was
he was wrong.
What?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's
go talk to Ira Kaufman.
He deserves that gold jacket.
Ira Kaufman been trying to get that boy in there, man, for a minute.
No, but going back to it, it's also like what Bucko said. It's like Bowles didn't get rid of the whole offensive staff. And that's also
he kept his guys.
Because what OC is going to want to be with people that they have no Kim with.
Somebody kept saying, oh, he got to get his guys. Well, he still
I said that. I said that. And I also got to take that on the chin. If we interview 9 people, I got to take that on the chin. Listen, I'm going to say it right now, publicly.
If he got to get his guys, that means
how bad of a look is that?
I'm saying it right now publicly because I was the one saying that by myself on that island.
Not just the OC. We got a couple of head coaches or coaches that we didn't get. Wide receiver, right?
It was 9. It's
the smaller positions. Like it's nothing like.
It's still 9.
But it's hard to fill those in, though, right? To get the right person for it.
But when they
say OC got to do that.
When they say overhaul, you don't think about assistant D-line coach and a receivers coach and okay, got your OC. That's one major position, but you still got Keith Armstrong sitting there. You still got Joe Gilbert and
Get rid of that dude.
That's not a major overhaul.
Come on, Keith Armstrong.
That's not a major overhaul.
And Tom Wells got rid of the people that wasn't even priority to get rid of in the first place.
Nah, those are the guys. Those are his personal.
Some
guys
of them
right
are
there.
priority to get cut, though. Like Todd McNair, bye.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, what about the rest of them? That means so some of the guys were your guys that was already on the staff.
Yeah.
So when you said you didn't like the staff that you got stuck with, you kind of lied because
you
most of the people.
Yeah.
Well, remember, y'all. So we got Todd Bowles in the middle of the season, or pretty much when the season was already started.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like,
free agency, so you can't fire people that's already there.
If he didn't get a chance to get his guys, okay, that's fine. Then why you didn't just wipe the rest of them?
Yeah. So some of them were already on the staff.
No, I think that would have been way too complicated. Just imagine having to get a whole new.
So your special teams ain't good. Your O-line injuries, I get it, and your running game was the worst in the NFL in the last 20, 25 years. So
well, we got rid of the running game coach.
Yeah, but Harold Godwin is the coordinator, though. The run game coordinator, assistant head coach. So he's a part of that too.
Assistant?
So why
isn't he though the online
He's
coach
both.
too, if I'm not
He's
mistaken?
the run game coordinator and assistant head coach.
Oh,
Joe Gilbert is the O-line coach. You're bringing them back, and you want an OC to accept them.
It's like a circus, bro.
That don't make
Running backs.
Real circus.
That's what I was saying. Though you
You
were
can take
better.
the job, but you got to take this though.
Come on, man.
unless
Not to
one of them
mention-
You were better
make
off.
up a position.
We don't got
Not
no
to-
running backs.
You were
If I'm
better.
an OC, if I'm an OC, I'm coming in. I'm saying I don't want to work with Joe Gilbert, and I don't want to work with Hell God.
Exactly. This is
Period.
the problem.
I need to call my guys.
This is the problem that Byron had last year when he wanted to go to Jacksonville.
I need to call my guys.
Right.
They wouldn't let him bring all his people.
His
That's why he
GM,
didn't take
right.
that job in Jacksonville and stayed with us.
You can miss me with the Harold Godwin and Joe Gilbert crap.
Well,
That's
he's not getting that Jacksonville job. They established.
They were literally better off keeping Byron this year
That's what I
than
said.
firing him.
That's what
Now
I
they
said.
running around here like, oh, what do we do? What do we do? What do we do? Now, number 9, step right up. Number 9, step right up. Hurry.
Like you should have kept him and then brought in a new quarterback. Like that's what you should have done.
Like, come on, man. Like, and I said this. He got a scapegoat. Yeah, they might have got rid of Tom McNair and Kevin, the receiver coach Kevin, forgot his last name, but and Laura Cost but the main guy that we got to put some guys. We got to put some people around him to get released so it won't look like it was just him. But we all know he was a scapegoat. So you go from 20 points a game, 30 points a game, to 30 points a game, and down to 18. Oh, you out of here. So we're going to exclude the previous years.
Well,
I don't know. We can't have what we want though. That's for damn sure. That's what they
looks like
want.
it's going to turn into the
I'm
next.
just trying to put it in perspective. Like,
Yeah.
so we're going to take this one season and say, oh, he's not good anymore.
Right.
My
And
only-
the irony in that, right?
I just think it just seems like we're going to turn into the next decade Bucks.
Maybe there's more to it with Keith Armstrong too. Like maybe there's like other influential factors that
That was just
motivated
not
him.
good.
Because
Man,
The irony is all year.
That's more
Man,
about
he-
Todd Bowles than anybody.
yeah, that's Todd Bowles' guy, bro. That's a homie thing.
No,
Yeah.
VA too,
Yeah,
because
exactly.
VA brought him in the
Influential
first place.
factors.
When he knew that his Atlanta special teams was trash.
we're missing a lot of context of these decisions. We all know that.
I mean, this is a conversation. It's like
I get you, but like his special teams was never great, ever great. No matter where he was, it wasn't good.
it was. I talked to Atlanta Falcons fans, and they say he's trash.
And then the irony that we got rid of Leftwich and we don't even have nobody to replace him.
Yeah, like they already predetermined
That's
getting rid of
yet to be
Leftwich, but didn't
determined,
determine who they were going to get after.
But that's why I agree with Dude when he just said Todd Bowles was lying, and I was on here saying he didn't have his crew. Well, if you didn't have your crew, you wouldn't have had 9 interviews to find who you was looking for because he would have already been here.
Right.
I would
So-
assume that the OC that we get is going to bring on the running backs coach and the wide receivers coach.
Yeah, but my
That'd
issue
be
is, does
my
it take
prediction.
10 interviews to
We
get
hope
him here?
That's the case.
Who was Todd Bowles OC with the Jets?
That's what I'm saying. Pull up. What's the school he went to?
Temple.
Pull up somebody at Temple, bro. Pull up something at Temple.
I'm
He got
trying to figure
Bowles
out
good.
who was the OC for his Jets run.
Oh yeah.
Wasn't good. That's what it.
Bro,
Yeah, it wasn't good, but I'm just curious on who it was.
all year
Yeah,
long,
Mark Sanchez,
all year long, it was Todd Bowles this, Todd Bowles that, and then they finally got him out of there, and we don't even got nobody to replace him, bro. Like, come on, man.
It's like there's no real plan to action.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, somebody pull up who his OC was for
It
real.
don't
Though. I
matter.
want to know.
It wasn't good. How about that?
Yeah.
We ain't gotta know the name. That's not gonna make the point change. It wasn't
Yeah,
good.
but what if he's somewhere else doing all right?
I don't know. I just can't see it because if Todd Bowles had the, I don't know. I kind of don't want to be negative, but if he had the cachet like that, then it'd be easy for him to pull his guy in and say, "Look, man, you're gonna get the OC job. We're gonna pay you this much. We're gonna
And
set
then-
you up. You know, you
then
come in for 2 or 3 years, and it's nothing."
Then if
Mhm.
his look at his guy, look
But
at
that's a
from
real
his guy's
possibility.
standpoint.
Now we're going to start pointing fingers at the coaches as to why our success is not there, right? So if not, I don't know. It could be just a players issue too. We can't leave that out.
Nah, it could be a situation though where OCs is looking at it like, man, Todd Bowles, you ain't got the best track record, bro. What makes you appealing? Like, I got to work under you? In the event you fail, we all fired.
We all go right.
I don't know.
The
I
Glazers
believe
legit have to do something under the table where the next OC that comes in when Todd Bowles is fired, they have the next coach. They got to do something under the table.
And I'm not going to forget. We had bad defense for the course of a lot of years before Todd Bowles came in.
I'm going to give
It's
him
gotten
that.
so much better. So
I'm going to give him
if
that.
we are going to have the defensive mindset like back in the days, this would be it. This would be the way to go. And
yeah,
he keeps drafting defense and getting good playmakers, young ones. Man,
yeah, I get you, but he's a DC though. He's not a head coach in my opinion.
But that's the thing. Look at Lovie Smith and all these dudes.
The idea though is that we can build off of defense, right? That's all we care about. Defense wins championships, right?
Yeah, I think we have enough pieces where we can.
That wasn't the case yesterday. It was all.
I know both defenses trash.
Yeah, no, Saints. The Chiefs ain't never had none, man.
Yeah,
so
the Eagles actually had a good defense.
Yeah, the Eagles had one, bro. What was that
both defense was trash yesterday. I'm sorry to tell you.
Here's my problem: the Chiefs normally have a trash defense, man.
But they were saying the defense. Hey, look, hold on. They were saying the Chiefs defense was trash all year, right?
They started three rookies in the secondary, and they started a defensive lineman, George Kafalis, as the left defensive end. So they started at like 4 rookies.
And then after that second half, what did that Chiefs defense do? They locked everything down.
Yeah, they stood up.
But Steve Spagnuolo, he's known to do this in certain moments. Like he's not like an overall like great defensive coordinator, but he has these moments where it's like Steve Spag called that was good. He called it.
It was more of like
the moments. It's the key.
I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you
situational.
You know, I got three rookies in the secondary. Three rookies in the secondary. The Chiefs
situational for sure.
Nah, bro. I'm gonna tell you.
My thing is this. We've been doing enough winning these last 3 years, and of course, this past season it wasn't pretty. But we can. The only thing I say this. I hope we just don't go into panic mode. And
we already panicking.
And we just gotta have some type of faith. I know it ain't looking good right now, but I just don't want us to go into panic mode and revert back to those older days. I want us to keep moving forward like the Chiefs. They lost the Super Bowl, they lost the AFC, but they just keep retooling every year. Now, of course, they do have Mahomes at the helm. They do have Kelsey, you know what I'm saying? But they're still just retooling every year. The Bills are retooling every year.
They made a big decision on when they let go Tyreek Hill. It was like, oh my gosh, you know what I'm saying? So
man.
The Bucs might have to think like that. Like you might not want to do it.
Yeah.
But for the long term or a midterm future, make a tough decision.
That's why I was with that. We might need to trade Mike Evans, dog.
No, they might do that.
I'm just saying.
No, I love Mike. He's gonna be an all-time Buck and all of that.
Nah, I'm gonna be honest. You're gonna have to choose Levante David and Mike Evans, bro. We can't keep both.
She's let go of Tyreek.
Levante David his contract ends this year, right? This past year.
Yeah, but I'm saying the Chiefs let go of Tyreek Hill.
That's what I'm saying. All teams should see what Buccos is saying, bro.
Oh, Patrick
they let him go and went to the Super Bowl.
He still was throwing that thing with no Tyreek Hill. The Chiefs made a big decision, and they thought about the franchise. They didn't think about the player. They thought about the franchise.
Mecole Hardman didn't even play yesterday.
Hell no.
They made key moves. They picked up Kadarius Toney, who didn't do much.
What is it? They got like 189, less than 200 yards.
Kadarius
they got Justin Watson.
Hey, Justin Watson.
World beaters at receiver.
Yeah, bro. Justin Watson catches a few third down passes when they need them. That's all they need them for, bro. That's all they. Rojo don't even
one
see
of
the
their touchdowns
field.
was on defense.
So by the way, Todd Bowles went through 3 offensive coordinators with the Jets. It was Ken Gailey, Johnny Morton, and Jeremy Bates. All of them.
Oh Lord, no, never mind.
Wait, can you say that again?
Went through 3.
No, Mopar.
No.
So Todd Bowles. So you can say Todd Bowles does not have a good history of getting good OCs.
No, sir.
I can't believe I just asked that question.
It's not just Todd Bowles, right? It's got to be the fault of the general manager as well.
Oh yeah,
Jason Light.
Oh, general manager.
Jason Light. Let's go.
Jason Light. Yeah, okay.
Nothing to
I'm talking about the general manager for the Jets at the time.
I'm about to say, he go.
Talk about that.
Yeah, but if I'm not mistaken, I think the Jets, the general manager and the owner are the same position.
Yeah.
So Dallas and the Jets, they're one of the few teams who kind of do that dual role. I think the Patriots, but Belichick does the same. I think he's the GM and the head coach, something like that. You know what I mean?
You know what? I just thought that wasn't the keys handed to Todd Bowles from old boy. What's old boy that be on the TV? What's his name? Big boy that be talking
Damien,
on, I think. Huh?
Damian
Rex
Wood?
Ryan?
Nah. Big white dude, the head coach. Didn't he pass the keys down to
Rex Ryan. No, Rex
Oh, yeah.
Ryan.
Wasn't it? It wasn't Rex Ryan. I thought it was Rex Ryan.
Rex Ryan. It was Rex Ryan's team. He went 10-6.
Damn, so they had a defensive head coach, and he was an OC at the time. Todd Bowles
was the DC, or kind of like the, if you want to call it that, but he was on the staff.
Damn.
No. And a matter of fact, I'm sorry.
No, he was with the Cardinals staff.
He was in Arizona. He was in Arizona.
Rex Ryan got
Rex
fired.
Ryan got
And
fired.
here comes Todd Bowles.
Right. That's how it went. He took over a team that went 10-6.
Yeah.
He went 10-6 his first year. He went 10-6 his first year, and then it went downhill from there. 5-11, 5-11, I think 4-12, something like that. So it goes the other direction with him.
That sounds like Dirk Cutter.
One of their failures was Mark Sanchez.
Right. But the overall responsibility is the head coach. And they gave him multiple seasons.
Mm-hmm.
They probably were fooled by Mark Sanchez. Like, we believe in him.
And then he joined this team that went 13-4? And then we went 8.
All I'm saying is he got to hire an OC, and look, and whoever he hires, it's not like we're gonna have an extensive background on him. Like, oh, he's that dude. We're gonna be like, okay, well, all right, let's do a little digging.
To find out.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be
We're
unknown.
gonna get a utilities coach.
The only thing that we can figure out is like the coaching tree to see what plays he might call.
As long as he's young.
That's what they're doing though. It looked like it's gonna be somebody young. That's what it looked like.
Which is good.
So.
I'm good.
Yeah, they're gonna be naive. They're gonna be naive and green to jump on the job, not knowing what it come with.
Oh, no.
That's all that is.
We might end up with Scotty Montgomery. Out of nowhere.
We're gonna get somebody that we.
It is too bad that we couldn't get Kellen Moore.
That'd be nice.
Yeah, right.
He ain't been on the market 24 hours or so.
Yeah, but here y'all, because y'all
real quick,
because y'all don't realize that Jerry Jones has his hands in the charge of the organization. He calls them baby brother, bro. They got more Dallas fans than they got Charger fans. That was an inside thing, bro.
He saw Herbert. He was like, I'm going over there.
They made that call. Jerry Jones pulled that string, bro. That was too fast. That's when they play the Chargers. It's a home game. You'll always see that, bro. So nah.
Did you see the Eagles rotating 3 running backs last night?
Yeah, man. They've been doing that. Kenny Gainwell been the truth.
A little bit I did watch. They had 3 of them. I told about. Oh, we don't need no running back. What?
Well, hold on. We need a mobile running back if we're going to be, a good rushing attack like that.
Forget all that. Did you see how their defense got exposed when Eric Bieniemy started putting receivers in motion, bro? They play that base defense. And then when the snap goes,
Kelsey went into motion, it was over.
Hey, that rugby play,
I'm talking about
rugby play is unstoppable. Like, who came up with that?
I'm talking about the two where they basically had Kadarius Toney in motion on one, and then they ran the same play the other way, and it made Darius Slay move. Them boys, that's what it is, man. They not playing man. They're not manning up.
I think Sky Moore is a rookie, isn't he?
Sky Moore is a rookie, bro.
The guys they do have is they're open space guys. They're accelerated guys. They can move in space. The Bucs have Chris Godwin and Mike Evans. Those guys are not known to do that.
Yeah, I would have liked Darius Toney.
Do you understand that we have?
They can.
They're not built like that. They don't run that type of offense. They can't run the Chiefs' offense with the Bucs. They can't do it. Cannot do it.
Yeah. First of all, we're too slow to play ring around the rosy. We can't play ring around the rosy and then get to the line in time. Donovan Smith gonna get a delay game.
You can't have 4 separation You can't have poor separation running that type of offense. You can't. You gotta be able to get open. The Bucs had bottom 10 separation. Mike Evans is bad in separation.
Well, that's why I think, man, it's necessary to get that speed receiver.
Okay, well, we picking up the TCU receiver in the first round.
Look, man, I'm going to do these drafts breakdowns because that's a whole different conversation. But
Best available player, I want to go for that.
All that sounds good. All that sounds good, and trying to run an explosive offense and all that. But who is going to call the plays? Because Dan Pitcher was like, good.
That's
one. Dan Pitcher was a good one. I'm good.
And then second, if again,
from the Bengals,
he said no thanks.
I'm going back to that Super Bowl. Right?
He didn't even come for his second interview. People don't even realize that he didn't come for the second one. He was called to have a second one, and basically called, and that was that. He didn't even come in for the second one, or that would have been the 10th interview. Technically 11, had he actually would have showed up, because I'm counting certain people twice.
No thanks. I'll say the quarterback coach.
I think we did a couple of second interviews. We just didn't make a decision yet.
That's why we're up to 9. 10 is the Houston coach for declining. So it really don't count. But that would have been 10 interviews, bro.
Maybe we're trying to lowball them.
So my whole opinion with the whole OC situation is the moment we got eliminated from the playoffs, Bucs organization was asking, how can these OCs create around Brady? The moment Brady retired, you could see the OC interviews started to pick up. I felt like, for me, the way I look at it is coaches is like, okay, he's gone. It's only Trask going to be on this team. Is this really a team that we want to join? And that's why now it's like this whole panicking mode as to who the OCs are going to be. I think that's what why the Texans run the running back coach, he decided to decline because they're like, they don't see anything that this offense has that's gonna be enticing to want to come to the Bucs organization.
Not just that, it's probably the money situation. Like, if they're not getting that money that they are expecting, they're not gonna want it.
Well, remember the money.
It ain't just like, some perspective of what they have as an organization. I mean, don't get me wrong.
You don't think the Glaciers got money?
Yeah, but right? the money for the coaches, that's not part of our salary. So that doesn't impact that. But the other thing for me too is what I'm looking at is these coaches, they're coming for these interviews, and we still got people on this offensive staff, and maybe part of what Bowles and them wants is some of these guys still to be on the offensive side. And if these coaches ain't allowed to bring everyone that they want to bring or make some certain changes, that's gonna defeat somebody wanting to come to your team.
Yeah.
We didn't even try to.
It's just gonna happen. We're gonna decline people. They're gonna decline us. That's just.
What'd you say, bro?
Yeah, that's true.
We didn't even try to make a play for Carlos Dunlap. Now he's a Super Bowl champ.
Oh yeah.
And he was a back D-line.
Carlos Dunlap. Are you talking about the defensive player?
Yeah, he's just saying with the Hakeem Hicks signing, just
and that man.
I don't know.
That man been productive.
Defense, where was Hassan Reddick last night?
Offensive line took care of that.
Yeah, they took care of that. I ain't gonna lie.
That the Chiefs did. Okay, yeah,
I ain't gonna lie. They O-line didn't show up. It didn't show up all year, but it showed up when it counted the most. Because that D-line, that was how many sacks they had? 76, 75?
Yeah.
That D-line was not there at all, man. I'm like, ooh, wee.
Trenches matter.
Yeah, son. I mean,
but I'm just
line had everything on lock, son.
Yeah, but they must have had a different scheme that night for them because that O-line didn't look like that all season.
That defensive line looked horrible.
Well, you got to think about it too. When you got them 2 weeks to prepare, man, it makes a huge difference.
Man,
you talking about Patrick Mahomes, who was limping on a high ankle sprain.
Yeah, bro. I'm sorry. Ain't no excuse for that, bro. We tore him alive with him being healthy.
Right.
With three,
you know what? But
injured
O-line. Coming out with 15, 20 yards, run play. And he's just tiptoeing too.
Yeah,
like,
but I'm
Leonard
saying
Fournette.
they got 3 injured O-line. They had 3 injured O-line, but did you not see
And then
him?
what happened this past season? They raped us. I'm sorry. They raped us.
I get. I'm just talking about
Vulgar,
Super Bowl.
Isaiah.
I'm just talking about
I
Super
know.
Bowl perspective.
Just saying, put it in perspective. We're great.
My dude said
Great.
they us.
They raped us easily.
They juiced the hell out of us.
Yeah,
They did, man. They came back with vengeance,
They'll be
bro.
in the wonder.
They came back with
With
vengeance.
the new O line.
man.
With the new O line. With the O line. Yeah, with that O line. Yeah, that one. Let's not get it twisted.
I was
There
looking
is one
for
player
B. I
that's
was looking
leaving
for
the
BA.
Chiefs. Isn't it Orlando Brown?
Huh?
Orlando Brown only had 1 year with them, right?
That's what I'm saying. O line
His
matters, man.
contract is up.
No, they did a so they're gonna do they tried to get him a long term. They tried to get him a long term deal. I think he wants a ton of money. I mean, left tackle.
They might just let him go.
You know,
Yeah, we gotta get rid of 76, bro. To me, it ain't no
How
question.
old is Orlando Brown?
he's young. He's under.
Yeah,
he's
he's like
under-
27.
Y'all
maybe.
want Rojo back? He a 2-time Super Bowl champ.
Rojo too
No.
mentally fragile, man. That's not gonna work.
He got 2 rings though.
So is
He
Lenny.
he got that pedigree, that champion pedigree in him.
Yeah, he'll bring that winning culture here.
Honestly,
If we
in
make
my opinion,
moves to
if
get
Rojo,
Orlando Brown, that's going to be huge.
Bro, Juju Smith-Schuster, we didn't even try to make a play for him. Now he's a Super Bowl champ.
No,
I ain't know
you know
why-
who's the dirtiest Super Bowl champ of them all, and he going viral? Melvin Gordon. He got the nerve. I didn't even know that boy got picked up in week 9. He's not even on the active roster.
For the
With a
Chiefs?
cigar in his
He's on the practice squad,
with a
actually.
cigar in his mouth, holding the damn trophy.
About to get canceled.
They said he fumbled his way out of the damn. He fumbled his way to a Super Bowl. Did you know he got dropped by the Broncos for
They
fumbling?
might block me. They might.
We're going to shadow ban you, Isaiah. Watch.
Yeah, we ain't gonna get your notifications anymore.
They're gonna be like, yeah, we got him. We got him. Bingo, we got him.
But
we
there's
got him.
Anthony.
We got him.
We couldn't make a play.
We got him. We was waiting on him to just do it.
Nah, YouTube is pretty open, actually.
No, it is.
As
As
far as
long
the
as
censorship-
Charleston
Nah,
White.
it's open after the first 30 seconds. You can't do anything in the first 30 seconds.
Yeah, you gotta be the first minute.
As long as Charleston White gets to do what he wants to, Isaiah is fine, bro.
I just mean by the censorship. Censorship on YouTube is pretty open.
Look,
Yeah.
Charleston White is still WAC 100, and Charleston White is still on YouTube. He's fine.
Like, bro, we trying Russell
Got it.
Gage over Juju, yo.
Like, oh, we've been waiting on him. Somebody got him to do it. We finally got him.
Isaiah, are you able to get monetization on this channel yet?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I remember.
I don't think I've ever gotten an ad whenever I clicked on one of your videos, like pre-recorded.
Bucko's about to do Celsius. Bucko's about to do Celsius commercials.
My video channel got when they got
One of those game apps.
When it got hacked back in 2019.
Yeah, 2019, 2020, somewhere around.
The Chinese hacked my dang account and
I get canceled again.
Dang, man.
Buckos, what commercials you gonna do, bro? You gonna do Celsius? What you gonna do, man?
FanDuel.
You gonna do a gaming out, FanDuel?
FanDuel.
Nah, you gotta
Whatever
do
he
Bluetooth.
can, man.
Nah, he gonna do them
Wherever the
Bluetooth
money's
pills. Bluetooth.
You do your Raycons.
What's the other one? Hims?
Yeah, him.
I've actually been contacted.
Bottle lotion for him.
Hymns. Oh man, hymns.
Hey, Mr. Moses, can we you interested in doing this? I'm good.
That remind us, you having a long night? Stretched out, body not right.
We'll be your commercial segues.
Don't be like Jason. Like, pick the right pick.
Throat.
Don't be like Jason. Like, get your draft class in order.
Get your draft class in order. Don't go out. Yeah, don't go out first round, boys.
Don't go.
So I want to summarize this up. What up, Tony Bangers? Al 335. So let's summarize this OC situation up. Dan Pitcher turns down the Bucs job finally, officially, and then Thomas Brown getting the second interview. What y'all think about Thomas Brown? Like, looks like he's the second one that they looking at.
Where's he from?
That's Sean McVay, bro.
I don't have enough information on him.
No,
so
that's Sean McVay. That's
the
the assistant's head coach, quarterbacks coach for Sean McVay. Been up under him now for 4 years. He comes from Miami College. He did Miami. He's done Georgia. Was he at Ohio or Wyoming? One of those other places.
Running back. His background's running back coach, so.
Simon
But he's-
Clinton deal.
Yeah, no, he's done wide receiver, he's done running back, he's done quarterback, so he's done. I just found out from Isaiah, strength and conditioning, and you know exactly what he's done over there as it pertains to the rounds with Sean McVay. So he knows schemes. We in there. But
That don't sound
so
bad
are
at all.
How is his creativity though? You know what I'm saying?
That's Sean McVay.
I mean, you don't know till you get it. You
Right.
gotta give him a chance.
All we know is he got something. That's all we know.
Right, exactly.
What we
He's
know
coming
is
from a
he's
good coach.
And the fact that he's played the whole, the offensive side of the field, that's perfect. And
Running
strength
back.
and conditioning, that's a big thing we also need. So that clearly shows if he was to come in for the job, that position probably is going to be revamped.
He's gonna be the quarterback's coach. Watch.
And I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't
Nah,
mind if
Sean McVay
if he was
calls him
if he
an
was able to
assistant
bring
coach.
some guys with them from that staff. I wouldn't mind either. But I don't.
I'm trolling, but I don't know. If he's young, why not? Everybody starts somewhere, right? Kyle Shanahan, Sean McVay. What's the other dude? Cliff Berry, whatever. They were all together.
Yeah, Tomlin and them started with us.
Yeah.
Tomlin and McVay.
Kingsbury.
So,
Yeah, and
at
Kingsbury.
some point, they're all young. So
It's gonna be
We
interesting.
just
It's gonna be interesting.
it's gonna come down between us and the Panthers though. That's the bad part about
I'll
that.
tell you
when
this
it comes
much,
down.
it'll help out the fan base whenever they pick this OC because it'll calm down a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? Like, 'cause there's some concern. There's growing concern around fan base. It is. Let's be real.
Man, bro, y'all get on YouTube and go to these Bucks, Mr. Buck Nation, all of them, boy. They looking red in the face, man.
Yeah.
We don't do
like,
that.
hey.
We don't look red in the face over here. We don't do that.
no, we have our dark days. Yes, we do.
We
I
don't
ain't
look
We
gonna
have
lie.
our dark days.
Not
It
consistent.
won't be like vulgar, but we
If-
definitely have our dark days.
If my text messages could talk, Buckos would tell you I'm red in the face. I'm like, bro.
Our dark
I got to
days.
go outside
I
and read
remember
this
y'all
article.
really pissed off, especially Sal. If he hear it, he know he had his moment.
Nah, I can't. Nah, when it comes to these interviews, my issue is I get it, you got to get it right, but this is taking too long, bro.
Yeah.
You're supposed to show some aggression if somewhere.
Hopefully
That's my
Sean
issue.
McVay
It's,
puts
it's
in a
like
good word
it's
for
like
us.
Isaiah said, like 5 interviews, that's like about the max. But anything more than that, it starts to make you wonder like what's really going on.
Man, keep
Yeah, you look
interviewing. I
desperate.
don't mind. The
Especially
more,
like
the better, the
and
merrier.
it's not a head coach on top of that too. So it's like it's really like a red flag.
Not only
The
that,
better the
why are you
merrier,
interviewing
in my
all these
opinion.
people that we will potentially have to play against, and you around here talking and showing shit, man? Like, come on, you talking to all these people in the building,
Half the
bro.
NFL knows our play.
Come on, man, have the NFL.
Nah,
They
I
all
don't
in
think
our-
they're gonna give up information, but
Nah, they're not giving up information, but they're giving up the philosophy. So and just be honest, man.
Philosophy.
Trash. Do we
ain't
have
no
a philosophy?
way you gonna
No.
give
Do we have a
information to an
philosophy? That's a
interviewer.
good
Nah,
question.
it's just a hypocrisy.
Exactly.
Well, gentlemen, I mean, like, this is gonna be an interesting next couple days. Hopefully,
Interview more.
You wish.
We need to hurry
Come
up
on,
though,
bro.
because like we only have so much.
I
Like,
want
free
like
agency
20
coming up.
people in the line, bro.
Nah, this is why we have to hurry up. We gotta have a coach before March 15th, because
Yeah, you gotta have a coach.
at
for it,
that
yeah.
point you now need that gentleman or her, since you know how we like to do stuff, to figure out exactly which players we're gonna have in the building, bro. Without an OC, how we gonna look at any type of offensive players if we drafted some?
Because if
When
we don't have an OC and we get these like offensive free agents, then no OC is gonna come there because they didn't even approve of.
let me ask you this: do we need an OC? How do we feel about like Todd Bowles just saying, "I'll just
Man,
call the plays"?
Forward to
nah,
no.
it's
No,
not.
absolutely
No, I'm
not.
just saying though. What if he's
you
betting
need
on
no
himself
court.
though?
So
But what if he's betting on himself? What if we
nah,
do that?
There's no
this
way.
is what's gonna be. It's gonna be Harold if that's the case.
Yeah, it's gonna be Harold. Harold
Because
will be our OC.
I think it's Scott Reynolds from
Somebody
Pewter
will
Report.
get promoted to it.
He
All
was
right.
saying
So
he was hearing from the I think the Bucks place that after
If
the
we get
Chiefs
nobody,
game,
somebody get
after the
promoted.
Chiefs game, Bowles told Byron that going forward we have to run the ball at least 20 times a game. And because of where we were at the point of the season, Bowles decided that letting Byron go is not going to do us any benefit.
yeah, that was after
So
he's supposed to be fired after the Baltimore game.
so and Harold was one of the ones too that was kind of like, I guess you could say, like talking, junk to the media, like under his mouth about like Byron because of not doing that and stuff. That's the only person I could see Bowles on this staff giving that position to. But Bowles being the OC, I don't see that happening.
Nah, I can't. Yeah, I can't. I
Yeah, I
can't
see a
believe it.
promotion if we don't get nobody for OC. That's
So
definitely
damn, y'all ain't
possible.
got faith in your head coach to call the plays.
No.
Not offense and defense. I
Yeah.
don't see that.
Nah, especially the one time when Byron said he want to see more screenplays. I said, nah, that's not gonna work.
Right. If you give me Belichick or Tom
So
Payton,
y'all don't like extension of the runs.
nah.
Y'all
They
don't
don't
like the
work now.
extension of the runs.
No, sir. The fact that every year you getting worse and worse at the position, nah.
Plus,
That's
our running game was so bad, so what we extended.
Right.
right.
And like I said, if we had Justin
21.
Jefferson out there and if we was
I
throwing
mean,
screen
he's not the
passes,
one
all day,
making the plays. He's just coordinating the plays, right? So
I
Yeah.
mean,
it
but
may
he
be a
designs the
different
game
philosophy
plan.
for Harold
Right.
Godwin.
But he designs the game plans. Todd Bowles would. He's
Yeah,
making the
but
game
I guess what
plan.
I'm saying, he's not making the decision on calling the plays. So it could be a different perspective if Harold Godwin is making that decision, right?
If
He's just
Harold Godwin was
coordinating what
good,
the plays are being called for. This is
if
a
Harold
different
Godwin
position
was
where he is
good,
making those plays. So if he decides to run the play more than passing it, it might be a good deed for us, really.
but we would have promoted him and fired Brian Leftwich after
From the gate, right?
the Baltimore game if that guy was actually no one was in the building that was qualified. That came out of
No,
Todd Bowles' mouth.
no. I don't think they wanted to break up the relationship between Tom
So
Brady
No,
and Byron.
no, Todd Bowles said you can go back and go look after the Baltimore game. It wouldn't make sense right now to have someone come in and start a new scheme. And no one on the staff, it wouldn't do good right now. He didn't even refute it. Like, no, why would we fire him? He just said all the reasons why he won't do it at this exact moment.
and then in that Super Bowl, right? Did you notice how like when the Chiefs really started trying to come back and they started noticing how they had to run the ball a lot, they started running a lot more of those power formations. They stepped out of that spread a little bit, started running those power formations, getting Pacheco going. When I
Oh,
noticed that, that's the type of OC that we're gonna need, who understand in certain times in the game you have to completely switch shit to try to win the battle. You know what I'm saying? Excuse my language, but like when I'm critiquing like offensive coordinators or defensive coordinators, that's how I'm critiquing them. Like when the flow of the game is happening,
Yeah,
what
but
are
it
they
don't always. It's not always in their favor, though.
right? But what I'm
When
no,
saying,
things like
but
that happen, it don't always work out.
it
Look what the
doesn't. But
Eagles
here's
did,
the
right?
thing.
but
Did
well,
it work
But you got,
out?
but
what
he
I'm
got a
saying
point
is
though.
what
We
I'm
don't make
saying is
adjustments.
Buck was trying to
right.
end this.
The adjustments. I noticed the adjustments that are being made with these teams that are consistently winning and who are
Modern
consistently
football.
in the playoffs and Super
It
Bowls,
looks
right?
like a chess game to me. That's how
But
I see it.
Bucko, how
whoever
many
that OC
wrinkles
is,
problem
did
with
you
you're gonna have
count
to be able to make
after the bye
those
week?
type of
what
adjustments.
teams are doing now moving forward, and where the Bucks, what we just saw with the Bucks this past season, is so far behind. And whoever this next OC is, the young guy, obviously it's going to be a different looking offense, right? So we're not going to do this, whatever the case. With Tom Brady gone and Byron Leftwich gone, the two of the three
Everything's
problems, right?
different.
Yeah, two of the three problems that was there are gone. You know what I'm saying?
Two of the two. It's 2 or 4.
So we're going to see a different offense. So we're going to see things that we probably going to really like that we didn't see last year. But that remains to be seen. Now, I want to close this out.
Cameron Brate running screens.
Has anybody got anything they want to close out with when it comes to the OC situation with Thomas Brown possibly being hired and Dan Pitcher saying, "Peace out. I'm good on y'all. I'm gonna stay with the quarterback coach." Anybody got anything on that part?
Man, that's embarrassing, bro.
Bye, Felicia, to the ones that don't want to be with us, and then hello to the new ones that do. So.
You wish on him being bad and bougie, bro.
Yeah.
I feel
they don't want to be with us. Forget them.
Whenever we get in the door,
I can say something worse than that, but you know what I mean.
Would y'all be okay with Thomas Brown?
Yeah. I like his. I like that resume.
Yeah,
that resume sounds all right.
I mean, I like that.
For me, as long as it's not somebody old, because we already re-signed Tom Moore, 84 years old. Like, why? Like things like that. It's just like
we need that young interpreter for
like
our
why
coach.
Like why?
Running backs coach.
Right.
Wide receivers coach.
And the question, would it be some type of internal struggle if we bring another OC in with the old guys? And you feel what I'm saying? Like this.
Well, the thing is every position is different, right? So a lot of them don't worry about each other. They just worry about their assignments, right? So.
But if he got a different philosophy from them, you know what I mean? Like
there's worry. There's worry.
The philosophy is going to come from the OC. Let's get that straight. Todd Bowles ain't going to bring no philosophy into the offense. That's going to be on the OC.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about
that OC.
So whatever philosophy he has, everyone's going to have to adapt below him, regardless of what you say.
Mm-hmm.
Regardless if they old or young, it don't matter. They're gonna have to listen to that philosophy.
Hey, did Lenny rush for 1,000 yards in 2020?
No.
No, that was Rojo.
So, no, Rojo was held from it. Remember, he was holding him out from it. Then he need like a few yards, like 5 yards or something.
He got 1,008 yards or something.
What's your point?
I'm asking about an OC coming in. If we're gonna, I'd like to see that a good 1,000-yard rusher. I would love to see that.
Look, so many question marks that we do have, and a lot of this stuff will be answered to a degree when we get our OC. Is that fair?
Todd Bowles is calling plays,
especially offensively.
Philosophy is going to be based on the OC. We already know that, right? So we're going to leave it with that.
Todd Bowles is the OC, y'all.
We at the 2-hour mark. We're going to close this video out. We're going to do some more videos. Well, I'm going to do some more videos soon. Start this probably about the end of the month. I'm going to start the draft conversation, free agent conversation, like the breakdowns and stuff like that. And still going to do the player breakdown too on the Bucs too. I'm trying to hold it also. I'm trying to spread this out. So we're still going to go back and review some of these players on the roster, coming or going. You know what I'm saying? Or staying or going. So it's rough. It's rough watching the tape again, folks. It's rough watching the games again. It's rough. Now that I see more I see even more problems. I'm trying to hold off on this conversation because I'm going back through the season again. It's painful. Trust me. It is painful. Painful. With that being said, anybody else got anything else? Real quick.
I predicted the Chiefs to win. By the way, that's all I got to say.
Yeah, I did.
Strong, right? You wish finish strong.
I did too, and I won a little money yesterday after that game. So shout out to the Chiefs for that.
Ah, there you go. Won some money.
You know got to go with my homeboy in a situation like this.
My homeboy. Well, gentlemen,
shout out to Bucs Nation.
The Powers of Sea Bandits. Thank you for joining. This is Bucs OC with everybody in here. Folks, the OC situation still in motion.
Up in the air, up for grabs.
With that being said, fire those cannons.
Hashtag Simeon Rice needs that gold jacket, man.
Hashtag fire the cannon. Hashtag no risk of no biscuit. Hashtag bombs away. Hashtag facts over feelings.
Hashtag where sway.
Hashtag stay humble.
Where the OC sway.
Hashtag what does your eyes tell you? Hashtag trenches matter. Hashtag probability versus possibility. Hashtag
Mini rebuild.
Plank. Hashtag fire the cannons. Hashtag why. Hashtag don't get mad at me. I don't play the game. I just talk about it.
You gotta get the shirts made.
It is a bust. It is a bust as of right now. Hashtag find an OC. Pick an OC. Hashtag life after Brady.
Hashtag Isaiah new OC.
Nah, he the GM, man. He the GM.
Yeah, man.
I need to be in the front office. Area scout, something like that. I need to be up there.
Hashtag don't miss.
Get rid of everybody. Get them all out of here.
I need to be in the front.
Hashtag don't miss. Hey, hashtag don't miss life. Do not miss. You can't miss, bro.
Just saying, trenches matter.
But he in range, god dang it. He in range.
We getting a kicker in the first
man,
pick.
I'm gone, man. Okay, I ain't got time. I'm gone. I'm out. Kicker.
All right, Phil.